It's now been 2 weeks of Trump 2.0. Shall we check in on America?
He'll delay 25% tariffs on Mexico because Mexico's president made concessions involving the border. Canada's prime minister said he will also beef up border security following President Trump's tariff threat.
President Trump has reversed his plans to impose sanctions and tariffs on Colombia after it agreed to accept deported migrants from the U.S.
While Trump's tariffs seem to be paying off, the mainstream media have a different take.
The dumbest trade war in history.
The dumbest trade war in history.
The message is just incoherent.
And unlike the mainstream media, the Democrat Party is having a post-election course correction.
And I just want to give you all a little bit of something that's been on my heart here over the last couple of days. You fight on, you fight on.
How many of you believe that racism and misogyny played a role in Vice President Harris's defeat?
When your government is doing you wrong.
That's good. You all passed.
The non-binary individual is counted as neither male nor female, and the remaining 6 offices must be gender balanced.
You fight on.
Let's go and kick some ass.
Oh, you fight on.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they have learned quite the right lessons. But it's great to see that the Democrats still have hope, if only a few of them do.
Trump wanting to be a dictator on day one, and here we are.
Ilhan Omar is reacting to the news of Musk closing down USAID HQ, and it's now being revealed where US taxpayer money is going. The legacy media Democrats are, you guessed it, having a meltdown.
But we begin tonight with a full-on crisis in our democracy, essentially take over our government.
Donald Trump says, we don't care. You go die.
Former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta had quite a different take from Van Jones.
Hey, you don't pay taxes in America? He is appealing to his people. This is a wake-up call for you to say, okay, what are we going to do to help ourselves? Instead of crying.
Here's Jen Psaki explaining the benefits of USAID.
His latest target was the United States Agency for International Development. And that agency is the one that not only leads on humanitarian assistance around the world, but also works to combat corruption and foreign aid programs. It's a big part of what they do.
All sounds great, right? Well, retired Congressman Ron Paul had this to say.
USAID spends billions of dollars every year propping up NGOs overseas that function as shadow governments, eating away at elected governments that the U.S. interventionists want to overthrow.
But friend of the show, Mike Benz, explained how USAID isn't just being used overseas.
When it started to be used against Americans on American soil, that to me was the final straw. The fact is it is no longer a foreign policy instrument. It is a domestic control instrument, and that is the final straw. You can't do that to Americans.
Pretty stark difference in perspectives. But apart from all the money being spent on destabilizing foreign governments, you could say the rest has been put to good use.
$1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru.
Elon Musk called USAID criminal. Protesters have been turning up in their masses, furious that Musk and co. are shutting down USAID HQ.
I want to be really clear that there may be only a few people here today, but this will grow and we will not stop.
They even attempted to storm the White House. Now let's see how the media is covering this story. Left-leaning Mother Jones ran this headline: Congressional Democrats step up fight against Elon's shadow presidency. Now let's use Ground News to see how the rest of the media is covering it. We specifically asked them to partner with us because their app and website has allowed me and my team to quickly see through the media bias on any story in the news cycle. There are multiple articles published on Democrats being blocked from entering USAID headquarters, and we can access every single one on Ground News with context on each source. Now, right-leaning Vigilant News wrote, angry Dem lawmakers blocked by security from entering USAID headquarters, a starkly different narrative to the previous headline from Mother Jones. Seeing all sides regardless of political lean is important in making informed decisions and seeing through media bias reporting, which is why their blind spot feed dedicated to showing stories underreported by either side is so important. I believe in what Ground News is doing, and I encourage you to check it out by scanning this QR code or go to ground.news/Winston. If you subscribe through my link, you'll save 40% off unlimited access. Ground News is subscriber funded, and by supporting my sponsors, you are supporting this show. It's not just pronouns, genders, USAID, and Trump's triumphant tariffs which are sending progressives into a tailspin. So too is Elon Musk's DOGE.
Elon Musk, you didn't create USAID. The United States Congress did for the American people. He doesn't have the power to destroy it. And who's going to stop him? We are.
If DOGE attacks USAID today, then you can be sure they'll move on to another target tomorrow.
It was finally revealed on the weekend who exactly Elon's Department of Government Efficiency team are. A new Wired report has pulled back the curtain on the inner workings of the Elon Musk-led Department of Government Efficiency, and the picture it paints is troubling.
Full-on crisis.
According to the report, the department is being staffed by a crew of fresh out of college hires, many with zero prior government experience. In fact, at least one of them is still in college.
Erica Albright's a bitch.
Yes, God forbid America trusts young people with zero prior experience with doing a job. I mean, apart from the founding fathers like James Monroe, aged 18, Aaron Burr, aged 20, John Marshall, aged 20, Alexander Hamilton, aged 21, James Madison, aged 25. But we don't have to go back to 1776. Democrats have just appointed David Hogg to be vice chair of the DNC. He's 24 years old.
Let's go and kick some ass.
So are you really pissed off that they are young, or are you just trying to find something to be pissed off about?
You go die.
Musk responded, time to confess. Media reports saying that at DOGE has some of the world's best software engineers are in fact true. Chuck Schumer decided to exhibit his hysteria to the world again, posting on X, an unelected shadow government is conducting a hostile takeover of the federal government. DOGE is not a real government agency. DOGE has no authority to make spending decisions. DOGE has no authority to shut programs down or to ignore federal law. DOGE's conduct cannot be allowed to stand. Congress must take action to restore the rule of law. To which Musk snapped back, hysterical reactions like this is how you know that at DOGE is doing work that really matters. This is the one shot the American people have to defeat bureaucracy, rule of the bureaucrats, and restore democracy, rule of the people. We're never going to get another chance like this. Democrats seem to be shocked by DOGE, even though it was exactly what the American public elected Trump and Musk to do. They were explicitly clear about DOGE throughout the election campaign.
The money being spent is your money. And if it's not being spent in a way that is beneficial to the American people, it's a misuse of the funds. So, yeah.
But my personal problem with the Democrats' nonsense is that it is so obviously nonsense. The hysteria is so deranged that we are in danger of no longer believing them when they have real criticism. It is the tale of the boy who cried wolf. For example, Democrat histrionics about tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and beyond, all of which have gone very well so far for Trump, means that we are in danger of overlooking stories where it has not gone as well for Trump. For example, today, China has announced retaliatory tariffs on American goods. Democrat drama is exactly what we saw in Trump's first time.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama.
This time, however, we no longer believe it. But I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. And until next time, be well.
Let's go and kick some ass.